Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura. Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura, Mediumship and Messages. And last I checked, this is Spirit Medium Laura. But I'm sleepy tonight. And I was just talking to Susie B about how sleepy she is also. We will be talking a little bit about diet and maybe how that affects our energy level as just part of the introduction to the show. So I want to thank everybody for calling in, tuning in, and we'll see how it goes. I will start the evening off with about 30 minutes of mediumship after a brief couple of announcements. Hopefully they're helpful to you, these announcements. Then I'll do some channeling for group message. Then I go into the phone lines. So what do I have to say? Oh yeah, the first 30 minutes or so we'll do that, and then after that we're going to get into a mix of mediumship and messages. I don't know how busy it will be tonight. Right now it's not that busy, but it doesn't matter because I will start the readings about 15 minutes from now, and usually by the time that happens, the switchboard is loaded with people. Okay, so what do I want to bring to your attention this evening? Well, okay, the first thing is the website for this radio show, which is psychicmediumtv.com. And there at the bottom of the page, you can actually see a live video feed of me. Hi, I lighten my hair. Uh, yeah, my sister went wild on it. And she used to be a hairdresser and insisted that she should do it. So I let her, and I look really blonde. I like it though. So that's at the bottom of the show. Bottom of spiritmediumtv.com. You can see a live video feed of me. You can also get a sale on private sessions with me. Item 1 on Spirit Medium TV explains how to do that. If you want to be in a contest to win a private session with me, item 2 on Spirit Medium TV tells you how to do that. If you want to jump the queue and jump to the top of the queue by making a donation of $8, item 3 on Spirit Medium TV explains how to do that. And I had a donation last week, but she has not claimed it yet. I don't know when she's going to show up again. That's Donna. Well, I'm sure she'll show up soon. But for some reason or other, I think she misinterpreted something I said, and so she thinks she has to wait till she can ask a question. But that's okay. So I think I mentioned last week to you all that I gotten a robot vacuum cleaner. I don't know if I told you that. Similar to iRobot, but a competing product with similar reviews and similar, quality and everything. And kind of funny, actually. I set it loose after the radio show on Wednesday, and it has an hour and a half battery, and it used up all its battery. But when it was done, I still had to vacuum because it didn't find certain areas of my room, and when it did find areas, it wasn't cleaning up as well as it should have. And I got the most robust version of the product, so that's going right back to the manufacturer. If you've had any experience with robotic vacuum cleaners, that's good. Let me know because I'm not pleased with mine. It would take me 10 minutes to do the same area. It does take me 10 minutes to do the same area. So I want to talk a little bit about mediumship sessions and client sessions. One of the things I find very counterproductive, some people, it's hard to read for them. I'm pretty good at what I do. But every now and then I run into somebody who has an agenda of what they want to hear. So it's just one way you could block your reading, and I'm just bringing it up just for the heck of it, since this is being recorded, and if it happens to you, I think I would be that kind of client. Okay, I might argue with the medium. All right. Usually when you maybe you've got advanced degrees and you're pretty smart and you think you have the answers, and no matter what the medium says, you're kind of questioning it. So I had a young lady come to me, and she had it in her mind that this young man that she was attracted to was right for her. And I didn't even have to hear his name. As soon as she almost broached the subject, this word pops out of my mouth. No. I didn't even know why it happened. That's how it is when you do this work. A voice takes over, a consciousness comes in, which I look at as higher divine beings, and the message is, no, he's no good. He's not good for you. He doesn't really want you. Not that he doesn't like you, but he can't make a relationship with you because he has an energy of flitting about, that there might be even another woman or maybe several other women, but I don't feel that he's really totally subscribed to you. And she could not get her head around that. And I thought by the time our session was over that I was going to have a damage control situation. Like Lord only knows what she might do. You know, in my particular field, and maybe some of you have similar circumstances, you if you're dealing with the public, with the advent of the media, of the internet and media, someone can run off and blaspheme your reputation without anything more than their opinion. There doesn't have to be any proof, and most humans don't look for proof. They just like drama. So I was thinking, gosh, I hope this doesn't turn into something bad. But instead, she came back again for another session and said, no, I got a lot out of our time together, and I actually started to go to a therapist because maybe because of all the things that came through, she saw some sense in it. The second time, she was more willing to hear, but it was really, really difficult, and I gave her a lot of information, and then I still didn't realize this, but she had in her possession an email that he had sent her. And when I saw the email, there it was, everything that had come through, except for one little outstanding thing, which she found out later on that he actually did have other interests, other female interests outside of her relationship. So in any event, it's not that the medium or the psychic is always right, but when we go to a medium or psychic, the more open we are, the more we will get. And for example, let's say a name comes in from the other side. We're doing another side connection, and the sitter, that's the one receiving the messages, does not recognize the name at that moment. That happened last week to me. But the people I was working with were very, very open. Matter of fact, I could have been completely wrong, and they were just loving it all. And a name came in, Daniel, and the sitter did not know what that meant. But then later, the next woman who was in the room with her, they were friends. I went to her and did discernment for her, and the man that she wanted me to bring in from spirit, his name is Daniel. So there was a little bit of a crossover there in terms of information. So the more open you are, the more you will receive, and it's like the sum of the parts of openness is much greater than the whole. In other words, something about that allows spirit to speak to you in the more robust and much richer way that you would never get otherwise. So that's for me as well as for you to remember to be as open as possible to what comes in, listening and trying to understand it and thinking, well, maybe I don't get it now, but later on maybe it'll make sense. And the more you do that, the more you get. And those open sessions that I've had with clients, they are the most outstanding and the most miraculous. Another thing I've been thinking about a lot lately is what is the healthiest diet. As a matter of fact, Susie B and myself talk about that a lot. Susie B is on the phone lines in case you don't know who I'm referring to. One of the reasons I'm looking into this a lot is not only am I interested in it, I'm a certified health coach, but also I have had problems with energy. And tonight is one of those nights. It happened. I was firing away on a million cylinders for the last 48 hours. And then all of a sudden, right before the show, I took a shower and got ready. I just got really tired. So are there trigger foods? Maybe. I just want to mention one way of eating that it seems very fascinating, and then we're going to go to Susie for a moment or two. But there is a diet called the Walls, WAHLS. It's based on Dr. Terry Walls, who had, I think she still officially has, multiple sclerosis. She was diagnosed in the early 2000s, and she ended up being in a wheelchair, and then she started to experiment and take matters into her own hand because whatever was being given to her by the best of the best medical profession was not working, and she was only slowing the progression of the disease, but it was getting worse. And so it's very fascinating what happened. She pretty much came up with an adapted paleo diet based on lots of fruits and vegetables, 9 a day. She categorized the types into 3 different categories, which I won't go into. She also recommends 6 to 9 ounces of high quality protein a day. And that is not vegetarian protein. In her recommendation, it would be beef, but it would be grass-fed beef, free-range chicken, and fresh wild fish, like salmon that's out in the wild, that kind of a thing. 6 to 9 ounces of that a day. Organ meats, bone broth, sprouted seeds, nuts, fermented vegetables, which is very good for the gut flora, the intestinal tract, which I don't know if any of you follow these subjects, but your intestines and the flora in it are so integral to health that most diseases that we have start there. So if you talk to any nutritionist or somebody's practicing coaching, health coaching, they'll talk about the gut a lot and having the right balance of flora in the gut. Some people say you can eat dairy, like yogurt, good quality yogurt, which would help set that. Others say no dairy. In this case, Dr. Terry Walls for an autoimmune disorder diet. This is for, because MS is an autoimmune disorder, as is chronic fatigue syndrome, which I have the antibodies to Epstein-Barr in my system, which Epstein-Barr can lead to autoimmune. But autoimmune quite often could mean that you get sick often and you don't have high level of energy, which is the case with me. So gluten-free is also on that. Gluten-free grain you can have, but gluten itself you cannot have. No dairy, as I mentioned already. No seed oils. No legumes. She was a vegetarian, but she says none of that. And that you should have seaweed. And even it's all the details of what I'm talking about are on spiritmediumtv.com. And if you went up to YouTube and went to my channel, just Googled Dr. Terry Walls, not Googled, but on YouTube, searched for Dr. Terry, Terry Walls, WAHLS, you'd learn more about this. Well, it's fascinating because think about 8 or 7 years later, she's almost symptom-free of a disease that otherwise is known as being incurable. And she's doing a lot of scientific research to back this up. It's not just hearsay. So what's the takeaway from this? Takeaway is it's fascinating how many different opinions there are of what's healthy eating. Now, Dr. Terry Walls does have vegetarian and vegan versions of this way or approach to eating, but she herself was a vegetarian for like 20 years, and she doesn't feel for her body that going without animal protein is good. So it's very interesting. There's different ways to do it depending on you and your biological and genetic background and all. She has a place that she practices medicine. I think it's in Ohio, and so they would recommend different approaches for each person. Very interesting. Takeaway. I'm going to bring in Susie for a second. We're going to talk a little bit about her experience today of something she ate and how she feels, and I'm going to let her fill in the blank. Susie? Susie? Susie, I'm going to put you back on hold again. As you can tell, Susie lives with some beautiful Dachshund dogs who are adorable, but something must have triggered them just at that moment. So maybe later on we'll bring in Susie, but she's going to talk a little bit about how certain foods she's noticing, she's paying attention, how they trigger things in her. And I'll, let me try one more time. Hopefully we don't get deafened by any more dog barking. Susie? Okay. All right, we'll wait until later. Okay, so what I'm going to do is a little meditation, prayer, energy connection, and I'm going to do some channeling with the ones, a group message. And then we will go to the phone lines, and then I'll bring her in at some point, like for just a little break and all the phone lines. Okay, so what I'd like you all to do, listening, if you would please sit back in your respective chairs or bed or couch, wherever it is you are, just sit back and relax. Uncross your arms and legs and start to focus on your breath from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to get very light and daydreamy, letting go of any problems or stress you have, any fears you have of disease or illness or insecurities about anything. Just let it all go. Continuing to breathe, thinking of your loved ones on the other side, if that's what you care to have done this evening, calling them in, please. Continuing to breathe deeply from the abdominal area. Thinking of your questions today that you have for Spirit, that they be answered. Please ask that they be answered by Spirit for you. And as you do that, I'm going to go off and invoke the prayer. I will say one more time, if you are looking for an other side connection, please invite in your loved ones and say hello to them. See them in the room with you. It helps strengthen the connection. Okay, I'm doing the prayer. You do your assignments, everybody. One moment, please. Okay, great. And now what I need you to do, everyone, on your next exhale of breath, I need you to release into your space your energy, and I will connect all of us. One moment, please. Well, there's a lot of creativity in the group tonight. A lot of creativity, almost playful and childlike. And I see this huge snowman, which could be interpreted to mean a number of things. I'm interpreting to mean just being creative and playful. That's a good sign, all that creativity. So I'm going to do a little channeling. One moment, please. Let me bring in the ones. Hold on. We are here. We are the ones. We are happy to be with all of you this evening. Thank you for allowing us to come in. We are so happy to be here. Thank you. We are going to talk this evening about pain, unhappiness, serious stress, feeling of lost opportunity, missed opportunity, feelings of loss, uncertainty, failure. All of those things each of you on earth at times does express and feel and articulate. We would like to speak about that for a moment. A method for moving through that so that you can move to higher dimensions and frequencies and not stay stuck. It is often that those on earth will have contest with self. It is often that those on earth will find it difficult to lead a smooth and happy life all the time. But it is also very important to be vigilant in holding the highest frequency, holding the highest hope and happiness in the moment and the now. So when you are in despair, your vibration is lowered and you are unable to attract anything that is abundant. Things can fall apart right in front of you when you are in a lower frequency. So how do you move through lower frequencies to higher ones? How do you make the transition almost instant? We would say the first thing to do is to listen to thyself, to always be vigilant. When you feel unhappy or out of whack, you need to acknowledge that, not to deny it. So being in contact with your feelings, being aware of them and acknowledging them is integral to releasing them. Does that not make sense to you? Once you understand that you are having a negative feeling, and it is not to be stuffed, that feeling is to be acknowledged and it is to be released. As soon as you can observe it, see it, and let it go by giving it over to a higher power, knowing that you are always in a protective field of energy once you call upon divine forces to help you, you will find then that your mood will lift. So when you are unhappy, first recognize the feelings. Second, let it go by asking a higher power to take it from you. And then sit in a feeling of quietness for a while, perhaps meditation, to allow yourself to feel that divine connection and know that you are always connected, that you are always divine, and that you are just a child of the higher frequencies. The moment that you understand that you are being cared for, that you are not alone, and that those higher frequencies are there to help, the moment that you surrender to those higher frequencies is the moment of healing. Namaste. So I don't know if any of you have had maybe a rough holiday so far. I think that's where this is all coming from, because quite often when we are in the middle of the holidays, some of us may feel lonely, insecure, uncertain, a lot of family fights, rows, even if you may have family to go to. It brings stuff out. It always does. So follow the advice just given to you. Okay, so I am now going to go to Trish, who is waiting for another side connection and has been waiting the longest for that. Hi, Trish. How are you this evening, love?
I'm wonderful, Laura. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Okay, let's see who's there for you. What's your area code? I only see ones on the switchboard. Just give me that for vibration.
860.
860. Okay, Trish. Okay, there's a male for you here. A male energy, older than you, seems to be a bit older than you. Uh, he also says a bit brighter than you, so I don't know what that means. Maybe he has a sense of humor or something like that. He's very smart, very articulate, very educated individual. Led you in your life in terms of being, the person who groomed you or led you in on your path and where you're going. This does not necessarily mean it's a father, so we're going to just develop it and see where it goes. But whoever it is saying that he helped you. He helped groom you for who you are. If he is a father figure to you, he's very okay. He also shows me as a halo over his head. I don't know if that's a joke or what, just to say he's a good person. Um, Actually, it's not the man with the halo, it's you with the halo. So you're a good person because it's a female that he's showing me. What he's showing me is a woman with brown hair that looks like it's shoulder length and looks like there's bangs, and this mostly of a blonde cut is kind of thick, and there's a halo over her head. Do you know who that might be with that description, please, Trish?
It might be me, although my hair's shorter than shoulder length.
Okay, right between, is it between shoulders and ears? So it's somewhere in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's saying you're an angel. Okay, because he's showing me you. Do you wear glasses also? Because it looks like there's glasses on this person.
I do occasionally. I wear them for distance, yeah.
Yeah, from time to time. Yeah, so he's showing me you for the moment. Just say you're an angel, not him, because it's a man that's here. And I'm trying to get him a little bit more clearly defined. Okay. Oh. There's an echo on the phone line. Okay, let me see if I can ignore that and just pull him in. So he shows me himself, his chest area, his lungs and his throat area. And I don't know why just yet. Okay, I do see a face. I see hair. It looks like it's gotten gray. There's a certain amount of fleshiness to the face. His dark eyes, and still the eyebrows are dark, although the hair is more white than the eyebrows. The eyebrows are rather bushy. They're dark. He's got a Semitic or a Mediterranean look to him, this person. He's not overweight, but he's not very thin either, and he's wearing a red shirt. Looks like he's very well dressed, and there's a little bit of a stomach on him. He's just wearing a little bit of extra weight on him. He looks like he has a I don't know why he would show me this, but like he has a fair amount of hair on his chest, whoever this is. Now, let me see if there's anything more he wants to give me before I come back to you. He is somehow orthodox in his ways, and that could be taken many ways. I'm using I pick my words as carefully as I can so as not to lock myself until I get something really strong. But he reminds me of somebody that is religious or follows the doctrines of tradition and religion. But not all the time. There's a time when he doesn't do it as well. Actually, to tell you the truth, he just reminds me of somebody who was Jewish, Judaic. Now, from all that I'm saying, do you need more information to know who this is, please?
So some of it makes sense and some of it doesn't. It very well may be my dad, who was Christian, but wasn't dogmatic, didn't follow it all the time. But he was tall with a lot of hair.
Okay.
And was more on who was tall, thin, but a little bit of a gut.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see his height as much. So I don't, I didn't say that, but he looks like so let's just leave that alone for a second. But thank you for that tip. I appreciate it. But he does look more of a Mediterranean in his coloring, like as if he's originally, before his hair got a little whiter or gray. It's more gray, still gray with some white and some dark. It looks like he has darker hair to begin with. Is that true of Dad, please?
Yes, it is.
Okay. There was something about religion or something, and I just couldn't develop it, so we'll just let that go. I don't know what she was trying to show me something, and I couldn't quite interpret it, so we'll let that go. He's a family man, very smart, as I mentioned, educated, good provider, loves you, loves the family, around the house a lot, articulate in his own way. You have your own way of being articulate. Hold on. He hasn't given me what he's passed from yet. No, I can't get that. He's not giving it to me just now. We'll see if he wants to at some point. He's happy where he is. He's resting very comfortably in the spirit world. He is going about his duties. He's a master-minded person. I don't know what he means by that. You have to be a little bit more clear, sir, what you mean by that. There's also a name Bob or Robert or something like that that comes in as well. It may not be his name, but it's around the subject. There's something in the throat and in the chest area, because he showed me that earlier, that has something to do with his health. Do you know anything about that, please, Trish? The throat area, please.
He passed from a heart attack.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. You didn't want to give me that exactly, though. There was something in the throat area and all that. I kept looking there because I was drawn to that area. It's funny how he shows me this. I'm studying it almost like a spiritual archaeologist right now, to let you know that the area he brings me to right from the very beginning is his whole chest and torso area from the stomach up. It's kind of interesting, throwing me to look at it. I guess what he meant is that that's my problem area. So he's a very lovely person, very... Oh, what do you mean by that, sir? Flamboyant in his own ways, good talker, high energy individual, very active in his profession. He shows me when he didn't have a stomach, he's slender, more slender, very active. There's a lot of energy when he's doing his work, when he's working in his profession. I don't know what a profession is because he's not showing me. He's showing me a lot of action. Very smart, very articulate, very well respected. And he also says he's a person that... He says a lawyer of types, meaning that could be taken a little bit more broadly to mean maybe he's arguing positions or he's doing something with communication skills. Could be taken in a number of ways. In any event, he comes in to say hello to you today. And let me see if there's a personal message for you, darling. Take care of the house and the home I gave you. Did you inherit a piece of property from him, honey?
No, I did not, but I am building a house.
Okay. Did you inherit any money when he passed?
No.
Okay. I don't know why the one I gave, the house that I... Take care of the home that I gave you. I have no idea why he would say it that way. I don't know what that has to do with him. Does he have anything to do with building in his career, Trish? No, okay. All right, we'll leave it alone. Okay. Let me go. I want to develop that personal message a little bit better. You'll love the house. It's a beautiful place. The framework is gorgeous. He's very happy with what you're doing. It looks to me like it's in a more of a country to suburban setting. It looks like there's... Well, of course, it's the winter where you are, I'm assuming. I don't know. Where's 860, honey? Connecticut. It looks like it's a beautiful... if it weren't the winter, I'm seeing it in more of a warmer time of year. Like I see a hill, I see grass, green grass, I see a beautiful big statuesque kind of home, and I see forest or trees around there. That's what I'm seeing. And that you love the fresh air, and that's going to be very healing for you. Is that where the house is being built, honey? More of a suburban to rural or pastoral setting, honey?
No, it's more urban.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what that's all about, but anyway, let me just say, I always give you what I get, and whatever it is, it is. So anyway, he says hello to you. Good cheer at the holidays. There's a friend of yours here with him also. There's somebody else that you're wanting to speak with who I didn't even asked to come in or whatever. Somebody else is more lateral to you in energy, and I'm not allowed to really develop more than one, but I will see who it is. I need to peek behind the corner there, see who it is. Who is there? Friend of yours from the past, somebody that you spent a lot of time with your whole life on Earth. Are you missing up here to you? It feels male. Trish?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, there's a male here for you in spirit. There's a friend of yours that's been around you for quite a long time. I don't know who it is, and I can't go and develop more than one person per caller because it'd spend too much time on just you, but as special as you are, I'm sorry. But I do feel that there's another person here that wants to speak with you, but another time maybe we can develop that.
Okay.
All right, honey.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, love. Thank you so much for calling in. Bye-bye, honey. Okay, I'm going to go to Natasha, who's waiting for another side connection. And Natasha, did I get the right line? There it is. My keyboard is a little gummy this evening, sluggish. Okay, Natasha, you're wanting another side connection. Thank you for calling in, sweetheart. Okay, you're a very loving and kind person. I feel that there's somebody in spirit saying you are a very loving and kind person. It's a mother figure to you, somebody that you've known from the past, but not exactly. I don't think it's exactly a mother. It's somebody you've known from the past for quite, a number of lifetimes, but also this lifetime. She came in this lifetime to act as a mother to you or mother figure to you, but she's not exactly your mother. I'm going to see if I can get a visual on her, a name or something like that to go with it. Do you want to talk, please? Give me more information, please. She's a fair complexion individual, not like other people, very unusual person. Spoke different languages, not just English. It's a second tongue, or speaks another language besides English. She's a kind and gentle person, and she could be a mother figure for you, but I think that she'd be once removed to grandmother level. So let me just see if I can get something else on her to give you something to go on. Because I'm not giving you enough other than the fact she's got a second language there. Hold on. And fair hair is the original color. She's slender in build. Okay, she's showing me her face now. She looks like the face I'm seeing lives to an advanced age. She's got very bright eyes, high cheekbones. The lips are a little bit thinner. The nose is tall. It's a longer nose, but it all fits her face very nicely. Very pretty woman. There's a male under her down the family line, which could mean that she's the mother of your father, or if it's your mother's mother, then you would have an uncle, or there's just a male down the family line from her. And also, she seems to be wearing a sweater. She seems very sweet and innocent. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second. Do you know who this might be, honey, from what I've said? There's some more information, though, right, waiting there. Natasha?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know who would have a second language unless they knew and never spoke it around me.
Okay, well, this may not...
Oh, well...
Go ahead. This may be not a blood relative to you. Okay, but she's an older woman.
I'm thinking.
All right.
Older lady.
I want to say that she also...
Older Spanish lady.
Skinny. Okay. Well, let me just finish here.
I'm trying to think who I would know who looked like that, and I don't think there's no skinny Spanish ladies.
No. She is a more Eastern European, like a Russian type, and so she could be even a grandparent to one of your friends or acquaintances. I have no idea why she would come in.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know, and she's real sweet. I thought she was the sweetest lady I ever met. But I knew her for a short time, but I didn't really, I didn't know she talked another language. But she was thin, and she was short. But because I knew her as an older lady, she probably was about my height. But I guess she was short compared to, to me.
Oh yeah, I can't tell how tall she is, because I have nothing. But she looks petite and she looks very slender, and she also, there's something to do with her and food, like as if she's cooking something that's I was talking about fermented food earlier, so something about her and Eastern European cooking and food, something fermented like sauerkraut or I don't know, some kielbasi or something. I don't even know what it is.
She did eat like funny stuff like that, and I think she did, and yeah, and her daughter would bring her over certain dishes, but I don't remember. But I think it was like certain dishes she would eat and she would ask for. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there she comes in for you just to say hello. Why I would get her, I don't know, of course, but you know, it's well, it's hi. Yeah, I mean, it's just yeah. She wants to just say she's alive, and she wants to show continuity of life. So she pops in around you now. I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask me who you want, since we only have limited time here. Who is it that you want, love? Natasha.
Oh, well, that was brilliant right there. I guess.
Oh, well, and let me just continue.
Bring in my grandmother off my father's side. I would like to hear something from her. I don't know if she's even around me.
All right. But I just want to say that this woman, this older woman, gives me the feeling of a male under her. And you said you had a girlfriend that was her mother, so I don't know why she keeps giving me the sense of a male. Now, you want your father's mother, right? You said? Your father's mother?
And it was a male. You might be talking about she's an Indian. You might be talking about my great aunt, and they're light skinned. They're very, got that complexion.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
She's Indian, but I don't know. But I don't know.
All right. Well,
they like to eat funny stuff too. So I don't know.
All right. Well, let the record strike that this woman seems Eastern European with light coloring, and that's her original hair color was in the lighter family. She's small. She's slender. And now I don't know the height. I know I said.
That sounds like her too. Yeah. I don't know. That kind of sounds like her.
East.
But either way, hello.
Okay, East Indian.
Hello, the other side.
Yeah. Now I just need to do this too. It has to be done this way, because this is a show that I'm. What do you call it? I need to. What's the word for it? Confirm things, because it's a show. I can't just let it go. So we have to confirm it, and then it's like finishing it. So I have to finish it. So I just want you to know. Okay. She has lighter hair, though, and if it's East Indian, I don't know what kind of Indian you're thinking of, that would have darker hair. So this woman has lighter hair. Okay, that's her original colors.
Okay, well then it would be the other lady.
I believe it's the other lady.
I thought she was Romanian. She's like a dark skinned European, and then she had like thick, like black. What do you call it? Salt and pepper hair, but it was thick. So I thought she was like from Romania or something, like from that area.
Oh, okay. So
she had a little tan to her, but she was still European. And
okay. Well, Romanian would fit the bill.
I thought she was the sweetest thing. Every once in a while, I do think about her, like she's the sweetest thing.
All right. Okay.
But I hope she's okay.
Well, yeah. The only discrepancy is in the hair color. But anyway, that's how I see her. Maybe her hair got whiter. She's showing me to that way. She does have a strong nose. She's, sunken cheeks. She looks like she lives to an advanced age. You may not know about her.
That's her.
And
that's her.
Yeah, and the food is different. And so she's Eastern European, which Romania is. Not necessarily Eastern, but it's somewhat Eastern European. And there's something about sourdough bread and fermented foods that's in her diet that she shows me. Okay, so let's now go to see if I can get your father's mother, honey. Hold on, love. Thank you for helping me confirm that, darling. Let's see, Dad's mom. Well, do you want to come in, Dad's mom? For your granddaughter, Natasha. Okay, there's a beautiful lilting voice coming into the space with us. She must have had a good voice, this woman. She's very nice, very, very light, very beautiful voice. Okay, so I don't know if she just talked with a beautiful lilt in her voice, or if it has more significance than that, but I would just let you know that. She's slender build. She looks like she's got white hair. It looks like she wears it back. She's, for the most part, has good posture and all that kind of stuff. And she also is wearing glasses. Did you know, and she's not real short, she's more on the statuesque side. Does that fit generally the description of your father's mom, please?
I don't know. I haven't. She died when he was 9 years old, but I never had her come through. So I was kind of wondering, is she even around?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to leave it with that, with that to confirm it if you can. Okay, because the whole purpose of mediumship is that the information can be confirmed. So now I know why that other lady came through, because you don't have a lot of other people that you can confirm, but that older woman was coming in to be confirmed that there's life after death, and that you remembered her. So that's a brilliant of you, my dear. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right, thank you. You have a great day.
Thanks, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, so that was interesting. Now I know why the other woman came in, because she didn't remember her grandma. Okay, so we're going to go to Penny with a life question. Thank you. Oh, let me just, Penny, before I get to you, I'm going to go to Susie, and we're going to talk about food, because I promised Susie we would. Susie, honey, how are things on your end there? Things quieter?
Oh, okay. I just had to get the door, and with the 6 dogs, they all go charging to the door, and we had chaos.
I know, it was cute as a button. So you said that you ate a food and it made you very tired.
Yes, it is definitely when I have, and it's happened to me before with bagels, and I had some organic mac and cheese, and it's just got to be a carb thing with me. And so I would just recommend everybody to pay attention to how you feel after you eat certain foods, because it may have an adverse reaction for you. Like, who wants to be tired? So I'm going to experiment with some good foods. I know that I can have nuts. So, to have that as a protein, I couldn't. But there are lots of other proteins I could have. And so I'm going to go with that.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And I also want to point out that a lot of people might be many people have I keep hearing this over and over again, gluten intolerance, which is in the foods you just spoke about. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, if it's a simple carb, it could give you a rush and then give you a crash afterwards, like a sugar. Simple carbohydrates or sugars. So thank you for sharing with us that anecdotal information, Susie. It's very helpful. Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
Thank you, love. I'm going to put you back in, and I'm going to go to Penny. Thanks, honey. Bye. I want to remind everybody that if you'd like a private session with me, just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and item 1 allows you to get a 25% off session with me. Moving to Penny. Hi, Penny. How you doing, honey?
Hi, Laura. I'm doing well. Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutamente. I just wanted to remind you, and anybody else is waiting to ask a question, that when you ask your question, do not give me a lot of background, only your question. Okay? So for you, yeah, go ahead, honey. Give me your question, darling.
I am wondering what messages you get regarding a relationship with Ted and me.
Okay. Ted and Penny. He likes you very much. There feels like there's some sort of an obstacle for getting closer right now. Something that's between the two of you that needs to be overcome, and it will be over time. It's like a barrier. Hold on one second, please. This is Penny and Ted. He does. So what I want to say is his words have substance, and the situation is difficult right now, but the words he's telling you have substance. There is intention, and there is an effort to make a change that will allow those obstacles that are preventing you from being closer right now to be eradicated. And eventually, I do feel that this will be moving into a closeness that you're hoping for. It would be more of a 6-month timeline. However, it's not instantaneous. Does that make sense to you, please, Penny?
Yes.
Okay. And it looks like it could be a very constructive situation for you that's going to really hold within it all the hopes, wishes, and dreams that you have for this relationship. So as of right now, that's the energy that is emanating from that particular connection. Okay?
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Do you see this long term?
That's what I just said. I'm trying to be careful with my words.
Okay. Okay.
But your hopes, wishes, and dreams are for more of a commitment. I would say probably marriage. I'm saying it in a very careful way that you're wanting this, and I'm seeing that this situation is constructive to move to that goal. So that means it's likely to happen. As of right now, I do feel that a commitment is likely to happen from this.
Okay. So he is feeling good. That's good. He's very quiet about where he's at. So, but I know he's got a lot going on.
Yeah. Well, has he said anything to you? Because I asked you if he was saying so. Well, the message came in. What he's saying has substance. In other words, if he's saying to you, "I can't right now. I have other things I have to take care of," uh, that I'm trying to tell you that he does mean what he says.
Okay. I did get that vibe. He just doesn't say it a lot. So then I get in my head and then I doubt things and then I second guess, and I'm just such a girl.
I know it's hard, especially if you really like somebody. But so yeah. So play it back. You'll be surprised what you hear when you play this show back and the words that came through. But basically, I'm getting a good feeling about this. But the more you talk to me about it, the less my good feeling is, because you're making me worried. But it's ironic.
I don't want to do that because I'm going to make myself worry.
I know, but what I'm remember I don't know if you were here earlier. Ironically enough, a little story about another client is the answers about a man. The first come in from spirit. She was trying to take me away from the answers, and so I always go with what I get, and what I get has been recorded. Play it back before you start asking more questions, and and trying saying like your fear was being projected. The message is it looks like things are going to work out for you with this person. Okay?
Beautiful.
All right.
Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome.
I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, honey. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay, and so I'm going to go to Valerie, who's been waiting quite a long time. She has a life question. Hello, Valerie. What can I do for you this evening? Hi. Now, do me a favor. Just ask the question. Okay? Yeah, please.
Work. Do you see it coming soon? And is it close to home?
I do feel that you will be getting something that you like very much. Let me hone in a little bit on your vibration. I feel like I need to get more of a feeling. This is for Valerie 707. Yes, it's going to be much to your liking. That's the main thing. Close to home, I'm not sure just yet. But the main thing is it's exactly what you're wanting. It's going to come in very easily. It comes in within the first 2 weeks of the new year, in January. In January, first couple of weeks. Maybe it could even be to the third week. Is it close to home for her? Yes or no? There might be a little more travel than you're caring for, but the most important thing is it's the right job for you. And I get the sense of it being, I get 3/4 of something, like if you don't want to go more than 30 minutes away from home, it's maybe 20 minutes away, that kind of a thing. Or if you don't want to travel more than an hour, it's like 45 minutes away. But it's like whatever your limit is, it's about 3/4 of that. So it's not too bad. But the main thing is that it's going to be fun and you're going to really like the job. But the close to home seems a little debatable.
Okay, do I find it on my own or is it through an agency?
I think it's going to be through an agency, and I think you're already working with the agency, because I feel it's somebody that you know already that's been working really, really hard on your behalf to kind of push you through and represent you properly. Whoever it is that's sponsoring you, there's somebody there sponsoring you that is doing a really hard, bang-up job for you and really, really working hard. This person believes in you and is really pushing hard. Are you working with an agency now? Because I feel like you are, or that you know somebody who's trying to help you get a job.
Well, yeah, I worked for an agency and I was at a hospital, but I took a break from that place. And they asked me to come back in January, but I don't want to really do the commute.
Oh, see, that's probably what I'm feeling, because I feel like the commute is probably not to your liking, but the job is a good job and that it is to your liking, or you would like the job. So that's kind of what I'm getting. But I'm a little confused now. I'm a little confused with
Is
which.
it a new place?
I don't think so. I think what I was.
Not the place I.
Go ahead, honey. What were you going to say?
Is it the place I just took the break from?
I have a feeling it is. I'll go back to spirit in a moment. The reason I say that is, whatever job this is, you're going to like it. Somebody's pushing hard for you. You asked me if it was with an agency, and I misunderstood. So I got to clear that up before I can go any further in answering your questions. When you said agency, you didn't mean working with an employment agent. You meant it's an agency that you work for as a contractor. Is that correct, love?
Correct.
Okay, because I didn't understand.
Correct.
All right, now hold on for a second. So is it with this agency as a contractor, yes or no, the job that already was discussed, Spirit, for her? The new one coming in. Is it with the same agency that she's working with now, Spirit, yes or no? Yeah, it's with the same agencies. There's people that you already know. They're already pushing for you. They're trying to find you something more to your liking that is closer to home. The job that you will get will be more to your liking. And it's not because it's close to home. It's because you really will like the job. And I said that earlier. I just said it in a different way. You'll play it back later. You can hear it. However, it is going to be closer to home. So you have many opportunities. You don't have to worry. Okay, it's not like you're locked in with one thing. You will. It looks like it will work out for you, and you're very well liked as within the agency. Really likes you, so they're very eager to push you and push you into jobs. You know, they're trying to sell you into this job or that job or the other job because you have very good credentials, you have very good skills, and you're very crackerjack at what you do. They believe in you, and they're pushing really hard for you. So you're not limited, and no need to think you are. Okay, you have many opportunities coming. Okay, love?
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless.
Okay. Alrighty. So, I'm going to try healing for Catherine. Hi, Catherine. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Good, thank you.
Good. So you're wanting a healing. Let me see did you want to, I think I would like you to start by asking me what you need healed, and then because I don't want to just I don't have enough time to go into all your background and everything. So what is the area of healing that you would like, love?
Regarding new things in 2016, I'd like to release any fear I have of trying new things, and if there's anything to block clarity, and I need some more clarity, looking for clarity of my next move.
Okay, let's see. So basically it's a healing so she would not be frightened of new things. And the second part of it is different. I just want you to know that. It's a little bit different. Okay, hold on. Yeah. I may not be able to do both, honey. Let me see. 415.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever comes up.
Okay, Catherine 415. Wow, you have a lot of information in your head. You're like an encyclopedia, they say. She's like a walking encyclopedia, very knowledgeable about a lot of things. She has a lot of skills. Sometimes, I guess that's why, because sometimes when we know too much, we can create fears. You know, we know we know enough to know what can go wrong, and so you have a brain that's very active. It's a little bit overactive at times, particularly when you use your intellect. You do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some healing into the brain area just to release any karmic toxicity there that would be causing you to feel like you have to control everything and you have to know everything. We're now releasing that so that Catherine can be innocent and enter new situations without having to know everything, because that's one of the things about you is you seem to want to know everything, and if you just are able to be simple about things. So I'm releasing so that you can be simple and just be in the moment and live with things the way they are. I'm going to now I'm going to look at some of the other chakras. I'm going to the root chakra.
It's like the Fool. It's like the tarot card, the Fool.
Yeah,
he's just open on the cliff. So.
Right. I'm looking at your root chakra now. It's open and clear. Now, if you have a root chakra that's open and clear, it's a pretty good thing, okay? Because that means you don't have any money problems. You have no money problems whatsoever. At least that's what they're saying to me. Let me look at the solar the sacral chakra. That's fine. I'm doing a real quick one. I'm not going to go into real detail. But basically, for the question you asked, these two are all right. I'm looking at the solar plexus. See, now the solar plexus is the area that needs some kind of healing. And that's one of the reasons why you kind of go into overdrive with things of wanting to know, having to know, because in your family of origin, knowing is important. People in your family seem to be very erudite, educated. There seems to be this kind of high standard of knowing things. So we're now releasing this view. It's okay not to know everything. As a matter of fact, you'd be an advantage, Catherine, if you don't know everything. Sometimes being open, being innocent, and allowing yourself to move through life in the now gives you greater success. Actually, always gives you greater success. You're now learning how to ride with the flow and the tide, the ebb and the flow of life. You're now enjoying, these are suggestions I'm sending into your subconscious, you're now enjoying living life to its fullest in the now, following the flow of events, allowing doors to open, and when doors close, knowing is for highest good. And we're doing a really big healing because it's all about ego-based for you. And I don't mean importance. I just mean the wanting to control everything and navigate through a highly developed intellect. So that's being released. Heart center is open and clear. You're a very loving, kind person. You seem to have a lot of charitable ideas and actions in your life, particularly for those less fortunate than you. Sometimes animals. Going to throat area. Yeah, throat area. You're clear in your throat chakra. You're calm and you're even-tempered. People really like you. You're being reminded of that. We go up to third eye, which is where I was to begin with. It's a karmic thing you come in with that you have to know because you didn't know in a lifetime contiguous to this one, important to this one, where you were put to death because you didn't have the answers. So this lifetime you come in. Yes, this lifetime you come in not knowing or feeling that if you don't know, that it's very serious not to know. It has a very deep importance to you. So we're going to heal that now. We're sending a beautiful violet light. Whatever karma and toxicity from the past is released, Catherine is now free to not know and to discover as she goes forward with her superior intellect, attitude, and intentions. She is now able to live very, very successfully in the state of being, in the state of now, and in the state of not knowing. For not knowing is an advantage state. Sending in white light down to the earth, sending in green light back from the earth, sending in pink light down to raise your vibration. I am cutting the cords with this karmic situation. You are now free to go about your life, opened and cleared in the area of knowing or not knowing. Knowing is not as important as you think. Namaste. So we're going to leave that the way it is, Catherine, this evening. I hope it was insightful to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but the insight of bringing this out and you seeing it and feeling it and releasing it is like 90% the battle for healing. So I want to thank you for giving me that opportunity.
Yes, definitely. I could feel it. It feels lighter already. So thank you very much.
Yay, great. Okay, honey, thank you. Thank you, love. Bye.
Okay.
Good night, honey. Bye. Okay, I am going to take one more caller. I'm going to go to Tivona, who's wanting an other side connection. I believe she joined our mailing list also, which is very nice. Thank you, Tivona, for joining our mailing list. You're
welcome.
Yeah. So there's a lovely woman here for you. You're a 717 area code. There's a lovely woman, a mother figure. She feels like somebody.
90 seconds.
And when I stop like that, it just means they're recording, they're saying something in the background, like 90 seconds left on the show. So there's a woman here. I see that she lives more in a suburban home when she's on Earth. She's got a big family. Okay. Oh wait, you have a big family too, don't you? Whoever this woman is in spirit looks like she's full figured. She has dark hair. She's dressed kind of nice right now.
60 seconds.
Like as if she's going to church or something like that. She's dressed up a little bit more fancy. But she has a house that's sort of more in a suburban setting, dark complected woman, fuller figured but strong and solid build to her. I can't see, she's not real short. Okay, she's more like mid-height to taller, and she's a very loving person. She's also got an energy about her of like get things done very fast, very quick-witted, very fast with everything that she does. She doesn't have a lot of time to linger because she's got a lot of responsibilities. It looks like she goes to work and also has several children. It also looks like she smokes. Do you know this woman for anyone, please?
Maybe my Aunt Joyce on my dad's side.
Probably. If you want me to? She's also wearing a light blue dress. It's
10 seconds.
10 seconds in the background. Sorry about that. Yeah, well, she's here with you, okay? She's got black hair, kind of comes down to her shoulders, a little bit of a flip there, you know, like they wear sometimes with a little bit of bangs, but it could be a wig because it's really very, very perfectly styled the way it looks on her. She also has, even though I tell you she smokes, she also has good lungs for singing. Got good lungs for singing. So, is there something that would make you think it's not your aunt, your father's sister? And we'll just clear that.
The hair. I don't think she will. But I was younger when I met her and when she passed. I can't think of no one else. Maybe my grandma's sister from my mom's side. That's the only two I can really think of.
Well, I gave you a lot of very specific information, so what I need to know is what is wrong with that information, and then we'll clear it, because my job as a medium is to bring in information that can validate somebody for you. It's not a maybe, it's got to be a yes or no. So you're going to help me with this, okay? It may not be who...
I don't know them too well, so I'm not sure.
Okay, then what you're saying is you wanted somebody else to come in, not either of those. Okay, so let the record strike. What I do have here is a woman who's got a big build. She's not fat, but she's solid. She has a lot of children. Right. She has a lot of children. Okay, she's got a lot of. She's very fast with everything she does because she's got a lot of responsibilities. She keeps a good, clean home. I didn't say that before. She's dark complected. She has dark hair. It's nicely coiffed, nicely taken care of, and she does smoke. Now, did you know if your aunt, if she smoked at all, honey?
I'm not. I want to say yes. I'm not. I don't remember. I want to say yes. I don't remember.
All right. So let the records, you can go and confirm all that, honey. Do you know if you have big build, women who are big build on your father's side of the family? A strong physique and bigger. Do you know that?
It's on both sides.
Okay. Well that's good. Well, that's good. That's a validation. Okay. And what about having a large family? Do you remember that about your aunt? It's several children.
Both sides.
Oh, okay, so that's why you're confused, is you don't know which side yet. Okay, and what about smoking? Do you know this woman or that woman smoked? Whoever else you're thinking of?
I'm not sure.
That's all right. Sure. And what about singing? Really good voice.
No, I don't know. I don't.
Okay, so we're going to leave that. We're going to leave that alone, honey. I will give you an opportunity to ask me very quickly.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, love. Who is it that you're wanting, doll? Who do you want?
My brother.
Okay.
My brother.
All right, let's see if I can pull him in quickly. Hold on. Hold on, I'm still trying to find him. What I do is I put out feelers. I'm calling to him.
Okay.
Now, is your father in spirit, honey? Your father. Is your father in spirit?
No.
Okay, hold on.
But he was like my brother. He was a father figure for me.
Oh.
Like my father's in my life, but I lived with my brother, so I would say him more. I would say he was my father.
All right, well, maybe that's bringing him in. Let me just continue to kind of probe there and see what we can get.
Yeah.
Hold on, love. Well, I'm not really getting much. I'm hoping I can. I'm really being optimistic here. Let me just see. There's one scene he's showing me, and I have no idea what to make of that. It's like I'm getting a picture in my mind of something, and I don't really know. Okay, I hear something about wearing a baseball hat a lot. Do you know if he did?
He said it, yes.
All right. Well, see how this works is kind of interesting. You get one thing, and then maybe that helps you pull the person in. So he says, "I wear a baseball hat. I like to wear a baseball hat a lot of time." He says, and then he laughs. I didn't have no hair. Okay, I'm going to have trouble talking to you if you have little babies in the background. As adorable as they sound, I can't concentrate. Is there any way that you can quiet that down, love?
Yes.
Okay, sweetie. Okay, so, there's a problem with his breathing in his lung area and his chest area. He says he didn't have much hair on the top of his head, so he wears a baseball cap. I don't know if you know that or not. He might have shaved his head or something, but he's wearing a baseball cap. And he's making a little bit of joke about the hair and the lack thereof on the top of his head. There's something about him not being... He has some kind of problem, I think, with the law. Do you know that, please, about your beautiful brother? Do you know anything about a problem with the law? Okay, because he's incarcerated at one point. That's the scene he was showing me. And there's like some kind of a rehab going on with that, or something where they're rehabbing him and getting him to come back out into society, into the world. Do you know about that, please? Just yes or no, honey. Getting him back out into the world. Okay, well, he's sitting in a room. Do you know if he was incarcerated, honey?
I know, yeah, he was.
Okay, because he's in a room, and I see him when he's incarcerated, but there's other people there in the room, as if there's a class or something he's taking there. And I think he might have gotten some education when he was inside of the jail or the prison or whatever the hell he was in. I think he might have gotten some advanced degrees or something like that, or at least a GED for high school. Do you know that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. There's so much noise in the background, my dear. I'm going to have to let you go. Okay.
I could go to a quieter room.
What was that, honey?
I said I could go to a quieter room. That was the dishwasher.
Yeah, I can't work with you if you're doing anything other than listening, because it's too distracting.
I'm listening.
All right. Well, just you're going to have to be still, and you're going to have to listen. Otherwise, you can call back a different time when you don't have so much going on. Okay. So he shows me himself incarcerated. He's in a class, and he says something about getting like a GED or something, or some kind of education he gets in there, which helped him a lot. So he has a turnaround there. Okay, he's showing me there's some kind of turnaround to come back and be very constructive in his life, and make a better life for himself. I think that was a turning point for him. Do you know that, please, Travona? Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay, it was a turning point for him. He also seems to have gotten very religious then, or more spiritual at that time, learning how to turn things up to a higher power that could help him. I know that you know that is true. I just feel it very strongly. He loves you very much. He's come in this evening to give you a big kiss on your forehead and bless you. Bless you. Because there's something so spiritual about him. So spiritual about him. He also says it wasn't his time to pass. It was a severe... Oh, goodness. Hold on. Severe accident or beating that affected him. He was unable to get his breath back, and before you know it, he was beaten down. Now, I don't know if he's using that word beaten down. It could be used in many ways. I don't have the context. Let me just see if I can get it from him. He's a very loving person. He loves you so much. Yeah. There's so much beauty to him. This feeling of a new start, a new beginning, hope for the future when he gets out of jail, wanting to do better with his life. And I feel that he made a good example for you then, and that you're very grateful to him for that. But now I'm trying to get to how he passed, which is a little foggier, if you will. I also see him in a community where it's easy for children to go the wrong way, and he's trying to help youth. Do you remember that, please, about him, Travona? Him trying to help youth, trying to put young boys on the right path, or young people on the right path, talking out, trying to help people see things the right way. People are not listening to him. There's a lot of violence in the area. I feel that some of this has to do with his passing. Do you understand, please?
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel it was violence in the streets. He says he forgives the person that did this to him. It was not his time to go. He was wrong place, wrong time. He thanks you so much for asking him to come in. He says, I forgive everyone, and I want you to do the same, Travona. You're a beautiful soul. I give you my love, and I give you my heart. I give you my hand. He says, do the right thing for yourself now. He says something about getting married, if you can. I have no idea why he would say that. I know you have children. You may not be married. Are you Does that make any sense if he says it to you, love?
No.
Okay. Are you married now, love?
No.
Okay. Well, he says get married if you can. Okay, so just just accept the message. If it doesn't make any sense to you right now, maybe it will later on. But the main thing is big hug, big kiss. He lives on. He's doing similar work in the spirit world. He tries to come down and help you stay on the right path. And that is his life's work. He says to you, Travona, everything happens for a reason. He says, don't sweat the small stuff. Know that all the trials and tribulations you've been through recently will get better. Your bills will be paid.
Wow.
You will have somebody to help you with your life. You won't be alone forever. And you won't be always having to take care of everything yourself. I love you, my dear sister. I love you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Yeah. All right,
Thank
huh?
you.
You're welcome, love. God bless, sweetheart. You have a beautiful evening. God bless. And I'm so
You
sorry.
too.
I'm so sorry for your loss. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Wow, I guess I kind of felt that had to be done. Thank you, everybody, for calling in Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We continue this. If you want a private session, just go to booklaura.com. If you say radio show in the event code field, you'll get extra time, which is 25% off your reading. Namaste. Namaste. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.